All right. I hope you're all as hype as we are. Hope you're all feeding off that big Friday energy yesterday. The Daily Bread with Sosa and Rex, July 17th. Jam-packed episode for you today. We'll be covering MLB, NBA, and the MLS. But Sosa, vibes are high. Life is good. Couldn't ask for a better Friday.
It's a beautiful start to the weekend. If you guys weren't here yesterday, we'll give you a minute to join the party. Yeah, man, another great Friday. Headed into another full slate. We got even more sports, more options, more opportunities to cash out. You know? Alex, what's up, my guy? Welcome in, welcome in. How did your night go? I know we want some bets, obviously, but other than that, how'd your night
go? Pretty damn good. Got to get some seafood in there. Sorry, I loaded up the fucking YouTube page to share it out, and I heard you ask me how my night go again. But yeah, went out, got some seafood, had a good night there. Hung up a jersey in my girlfriend's apartment today. It's a Tua jersey for Bama, so I don't know how you feel about that. But
I love Tua. I'm a big Tua fan, actually. I'm a huge Tua fan.
Got her stream going to be looking real good for this Wednesday's episode. Got the jersey in the background there. But we got our 20 people tapped in with us already. So we'll start with the MLB. Let's just get right into it. So a little bit quicker after a big day.
Back to the money, you say? Back to the money. Oh, man, today we got a full slate. Got a couple of double headers, I believe. And I think we can get right to it. The first game in that doubleheader today is going to be the Detroit Tigers versus Minnesota. If you want some early money,
we're touching it.
I'm touching it. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm on the early money today at 111, about an hour and 14 minutes. Minnesota, Detroit, Urena and Barnes on the mound. And I'm going to go with the over 8 in that game. I don't believe in Urena. I don't believe in whoever's going to be on the hill for Minnesota. So that's my lead play. Early money. Let's ride the train together, guys. Over 8, minus 110. That's my first play of the day. And I'm going after the two early games, the one at 308 and the one at 408. The Texas Rangers versus the Toronto Blue Jays. And we're going to go right back to the Toronto team total on a Sunday, over 5.5 Saturday, over 5.5, minus 114. Lock it in. They play great on Saturday. They are yet to have a bad game on Saturday, win or lose. So that's something I'm rolling with.
And we don't play the Blue Jays money line. Just play their team totals.
Play their team totals. Play some of the guys in the hit. I gave out Vlad last night to get 2 hits and plus 170. That hit. The lineup's going to hit. Can't really depend on their pitching. Last night they went insane though. They just fucking clobbered them all. And also shout out to the Toronto Blue Jays. They will be moving back to Toronto end of the month. So they will finally have a home field advantage. It'll be the first time that a Toronto-based team has actually had a home field since the pandemic.
Yeah, I tweeted that out yesterday asking if I could lock in my money line ticket on the Jays for July 30th. They host the Royals, so we'll probably be looking at like a minus 250 is my guess that day, but just give it to me. That will be the one day where we'll bet the Jays money line there. I don't care what that price is. Just lock that in the future.
Riley just let us know that Toronto FC. I meant major sport. I mean, we don't
There's
really
major in Major League Soccer.
I mean, you're right. My bad. You got me on that one. You know what? They're major.
Toronto stinks, though, this season for soccer, so it really doesn't matter that they're home. It really won't help them that much.
Oh, man. But, yeah, the team total for Toronto, I mean, how could you not bet on them to score runs? They're on a tear. The lineup, like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, might arguably be the best in baseball. When they're all healthy and they're all clicking, they have extreme upside. Wayne Simeon is going to get paid a shit ton of money in the offseason. He is a stud. Vlad Guerrero is only 22 years old. He's hitting for average, hitting everything out of the park. It's a wonderful lineup. If only they could get pitching. That they need to do exactly what the fucking Angels did the other day. Just draft pitchers. You don't even look for anything else. But that's my official play in that game. And I am going back to the well. The Padres.
Knew that was coming.
Padres Nationals. Over. 9.5. And we're going to go Padres Nationals. Yes. Runs first inning again. Again. Last week we bet this game with Snell and Corbin on the mound, and they scored in the first inning. So we're going right back to it. Those starters are the starters and the bullpen for Washington. My God, they're a super fade. Outside of games that Scherzer start, I would not bet them to ever win. That's how horrendous that rotation's been. And bullpen, the bullpen. Oh my God, they gave up 3 touchdowns and a field goal last night.
Dude, there's been a lot of games that we've talked about. Yesterday, we clipped it earlier on my Twitter. I think that was the most spot on that we've nailed a MLB game this whole season. Like, we're just like, it's too good to be true at 9.5, and they scored 32 fucking runs in the entire game.
Yeah, that's not even 32. Unbelievable. But is it? It's really believable because again, these teams are shot out. So that's like I said, the over in yes runs first inning. Let me. Do you have a number on yes runs first inning? On your book?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
I have GM up on my phone right now or on my computer. But yeah, that I love. I don't trust Snell. Obviously, he only pitches well against the fucking Dodgers, man. The dude only pitches well against the Dodgers. Would fade him every time against any other team.
All right, MLB game prop. Sorry, I'm just speaking to myself like an idiot.
No worries. And another one I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to pick a dog of the day today.
Yes, in the yes run first inning, Nationals -140. They're juicing it.
Take it. Just you don't pay juice when you win. Shout out to the spin doctor.
Yes, Roy. Yerfy, we said. Dude, it's like 6 a.m. in Hawaii. You're crazy, man. You're a bad man.
Appreciate you tuning in, bro. When that cash is coming in, you wake up. Right?
Oh, God. He's back.
Right, man. Yeah, you need your peace and quiet in the grocery store. I respect it, my boy. I respect it. Appreciate you tuning in as well. Man, but those are all my official plays right now. I got the early play out of the way. I'm gonna do a little more analyzing later on. Probably throw some hit props out. If you followed the hit props last night, Cedric Mullins 2 hits +170, Vlad Guerrero +2 hits, that was +180, and then I had Tatis to hit a home run. He seemed like the only motherfucker that didn't hit a home run last night for San Diego. They had one guy hit for the cycle and another hit a grand slam in the game, which is fucking insane. But Tatis wasn't one of them, and he got subbed out after the 7th inning because they were beating the shit out of them. They pinch ran for him in this. No, I think they either pinch ran for him in the 6th or 7th, but the game was already out of hand at that point. So those are what I have. What do you like for baseball today?
Nothing, because it's an MLS day. I mean, I'm just gonna ride what you had. I mean, we definitely aligned on the Padres Nationals once again, so no reason not to go back to that well. And I'm just going to trust you. I spent all my time looking at MLS.
Quick mention of this particular game. If you guys go to my Twitter at Sosa Locksmith, I'm doing a $50 giveaway. If you can guess the score of the San Diego Padres Washington Nationals game exactly, you will get a $50 payment for any book you want. We'll send you $50. It's a collaboration between me and Mercenarios. He's a handicapper from San Diego. He specializes in Mexican League baseball and MX League soccer. If you guys want, they're a completely different market, and there's always places that want information for gambling. So it's always important to get that information to anyone, even if they don't speak English.
Man, good luck trying to guess that, because I don't think anyone would have put 24-8. Was that a scoregami? Probably not. So let's just get into. So there's 4 baseball plays for you today. Chance to win $50 on Sosa's Twitter. You still got the $100 raffle coming up on our YouTube. But let's get here what everybody came here today, because you're on the timeline, just throwing around some heat. But as you said, it's all about discussion. Nothing's personal. But
It's all about conversation for me.
Versus Suns, Game
All about
5.
conversation for me.
Let's get it. -4 Suns, 219 total. Once again, you're at that 4 to 5, 6 range. The home team has covered each game. Home teams won each game. It seems like an easy script here, but we got a lot of thoughts here. So I'm just going to turn it over to you first.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you tuned in to get a winner out of me, I don't got it.
A lot of thoughts here. So
I don't got it. I don't have a winner for you. But I do have some wonderful props. I do have some great props, some great numbers that you guys would definitely want to play and make some money tonight. Listen, if we're looking at the eye test, right? What have we seen the last 2 games? We've seen a Milwaukee team that's not allowing Chris Paul to go left. Now they're bringing up discussions about him having a hurt wrist. Saric being hurt is being felt. Okay? So it's being felt. Craig doesn't look the same. They're playing 7 guys. They got starters averaging 37 minutes a game. Chris Paul's old. Devin Booker looks like he's a little worn down. And when you got Jrue Holiday, the best defending guard in the entire NBA, in your fucking shirt all game, it's going to wear on you come the end of the series. I had to bring him up just because you said not to, man. I had to bring him up. But I'm definitely not bringing up Forbes. That nigga on the bench is picking up splinters. He's done. He's not playing anymore for the rest of the year. And then also we see. I'll get to the other side of the ball with the Bucks. Come on, man. Giannis he's giving you the same numbers that he's giving you MVP numbers. His IQ seems to be at a different level. He's finding open guys. And let's be honest, bro. Like, the Suns kind of tricked off at the end, right? Like, they kind of tricked off heavy. They got the lead, and then Chris Paul turned the ball over and pretty much gave him the game. In this particular ball game, the players that I would like that I think you can depend on more so is Mikal Bridges. I think he plays better at home. I like his points. I believe it should be down now. It was like at 13.5 at one point. It should be at like 10.5. I think that's a very, very good bet. I'm not going to say the word, but I think that's a very good bet. Right now I have him at over 10.5 at -108. I like that 100%. I look for him to be aggressive. And if you guys have actually watched the last couple of games, he has actually not just been a 3-and-D guy. He's put the ball on the floor, and he's actually, shown that he can do a little bit more than just shoot the 3. And I think he kind of feels like he knows that, right? Like, we need you to contribute a little more. And also the second guy I'm going to go with is Cam Johnson. I think that's an easy look. They're devout of talent and production from their bench. Okay. There's only 2 guys coming off that bench that are going to give you a bucket. That's possibly Cam Payne and Cam Johnson. And Cam Johnson is going to get minutes because he can defend multiple positions on the perimeter. So he's the guy I would take a ticket at over 9.5 points, -108. And I believe I like his threes as well. Again, my rationale is he is a bench player. Bench players play better at home. And yeah, I think it's pretty cut and dry.
Your Bridges. I like the Bridges angle a lot, especially because that's taken the biggest hit. I mean, he's a guy that has to be in the right way, and in the last 2 games, just him on the road, he just never looked comfortable there. Sure, neither team has looked comfortable on the road these 2 games, because even though the Suns were winning most of it, as someone who had a Bucks ticket, I was really never concerned that wasn't going to cover in the last game. Just because the Bucks, even though they were controlling it and Booker was going off, they got help with him getting in foul trouble early, but they just seemed to be in cruise control. And in this one, I'll get to, because I got to play on quarters. so we'll go through the props. But yeah, the Bridges, I definitely like him coming out hot early. And then I think who wrote in? Travis. He was on like the same mindset as you right there, where
Yeah, I
the
like
threes and the thing, if you want to parlay it together too, you're going to get a nice plus 250 price.
I wasn't even paying attention, but that is beautiful. That right there is that right. Those are two plays that I said, but yes, I love both of those.
What about campaign points? Anything on his points? I wouldn't. I'm not touching it.
Those are the two guys you can count on to perform better at home, and it's always like that. They're young guys that come off the bench. I talk about it all the time. Bench players play better at the crib. It's not even close. It's not even close. Payne is going to be out there looking like Ratatouille.
7.5 even money.
Playing like he took his Adderall. I like it. Over. Let me look. What did you say? It's over 7.5.
Even money.
I like it simply because this also, man. Listen, Chris Paul's not looking right, and you got to believe that. You got to believe that Monty Williams is telling campaign, we need you. He's in his ear. That's one thing that he's done a really good job of. He's done a really good job of motivating these young guys and making them better. Now, on the other side, when we're looking at Milwaukee, when we're talking about props and points and stuff like that, this is another game where Giannis, unstoppable force, I like his points. Well, what's it at, 33.5?
Giannis, it is at
33.5.
Yeah, 33.5 minus 105.
33.5 plus. I have it at plus 100 on my book. So if you can get shop books, whatever. I like him to get his points tonight. He went under last game simply because Chris Middleton was going crazy. Chris Middleton has had back-to-back 30-point games all year. So I'm not going to say auto-fade his points, but it obviously will be inflated. His number is obviously inflated. And actually it's not, because the books are expecting him to not have a great game. It's at 25.5. He just dropped 40, right? That tells you everything you need to know. Stay away from it. Don't be that guy. Don't be the guy thinking Chris Middleton is about to get you 30. And I could be wrong. He could end up getting you 30. But I think tonight
you're chasing, I think, tonight.
Yeah, I think it's a Giannis and Giroux game. I think Middleton plays well though, and I think the Bucks play well tonight because I don't like to use the term they got figured out, but I mean it kind of it's kind of looking that way just based on what I've seen. And again, this outside of Jay Crowder and Chris Paul, none of these guys have a lick of playoff experience, and the only other guy that had playoff experience was Saric, and he's. So I think, again, it's starting to show a little bit. Devin Booker's never been here. These guys have never been here. The thing about this Milwaukee team is they've never been to the finals, but they've been tested before. They've been together. I know Giroux's it's his first year there, but they got a coach that's been there before. So
another point that I was looking at, this dropped, which I was surprised to see this drop. He didn't have too hot of a game, and you know where I'm going with this one because I'm always monitoring what Ayton's at. 15.5 minus 120. The boards went up a little bit just because that's what he's been grabbing, but I think he was set at 16.5 last game, so sure, it's only a point drop, but you're going back to the crib. Maybe it's because the total's 2 points. I don't know why it would drop with Ayton going back at home. That one just stuck out to me. Seemed a little fishy. I don't know if you have any thoughts, but I'm staying away from it after just nailing it the one game.
I agree with what Betting Joe just said. Oh, what up, Jam? We're really just getting started on the NBA. Really. At home, Gaten's going to eat. That right there is what I have to agree with. Back-to-back bad games or back-to-back. He's had a good games. Listen, you got to feed the man. All right. Like I understand that Devin Booker was going off, but young guys who play the post or big guys, you got to feature them in the offense. You have to feature them in the offense. You have to have them engaged. You can't just have them doing cardio and playing fucking defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's where you saw Monty Williams like coming at him, but it's like he's 22 years old and he's just watching Chris Paul and Devin Booker just ISO, right? I don't think he was 100% ready for that lob where Ayton where Giannis got the block because the motherfucking Booker didn't pass it the whole fucking game.
Yeah, that's where it's like at home. Ayton was so much more involved. I think he had the 20 and 19, then the 16-point game. When he's eating in the middle, it's like what Giannis is doing at home with the Bucks. It just makes your offense that much easier, just creates that extra amount of space. It's another guy to worry about. Last game, Ayton was basically a non-factor. Sure, he came out hot in that first quarter, but throughout the game, he just seems to always tail off. So when you're looking at your Ayton props, you got to hope you're at 2/3 of the way by halftime, because the second half, Ayton hasn't been the same. Sure, I may be taking a little bit too much with his performance on the road, but that's where I'm looking with my Ayton props. So we got
part of it too is coaching. Part of it too is coaching. You have to feature him. And Chuck brings up a good point. They feature him early, but then at the end of the game, it just becomes ISO ball. It's just
because Brooks out. To a point you said earlier, he's eating a lot more when Brook Lopez is actually covering him.
But listen, Brook Lopez didn't play a minute in the fourth quarter the other night. He didn't play a minute in the fourth quarter. So it's coaching. You got to feature the guy. He needs to give him the rock. It's just in that last game, at one point it was Booker had like 38, and the rest of the team wasn't even in double figures.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, is that him taking a lot of shots and you know, he's feeling it. But remember, I always talk about this. I talked about this when Dame Lillard was going for 50. Listen, when a guy's going for 50, guys on the court start ball watching. They're not as engaged because they know they're not getting the ball back because the guy's going to shoot. They end up doing shit like stepping out of bounds and traveling because they're just not even engaged. They're just, bro, we're just watching this dude go for 40. You know?
Yep.
So
all right. So we got a few questions. We'll hit them real quick, Sosa, and then we'll get back to them because we got about like 4 or 5. So I'm scrolling all the way back up to Cam's. Drew Steals. So one reason why I wanted to go to this one is because whoever Drew's guarding, he's going to guard one of Booker or Paul. The other guy's going off the night that he's not on is one of the biggest things. So that's where you got to look at who's Drew going to be guarding, and I'm going to feel better on the steals if he's guarding Booker than Chris Paul.
I like him. I like him getting, what is it, over 1.5?
I got you right here. Drew 1.5 minus 111.
Take it. He'll get you 2 or 3 steals tonight.
All right, next one also, we got
turning the ball over at a way higher clip than Milwaukee. Milwaukee's not turning the ball over, whereas they are.
Next one we got from Chuck, your man Bobby Portis.
It's a stay away. It's a stay away for me tonight. I know his numbers are low. I just think that we're gonna get a grinded out, slow paced game. Where I don't know. It's for me. It's tough to touch anything in regards to him.
Connaughton, we always got to talk to if he's tuning in while doing his food shopping.
Connaughton props. Again, I'm going to stay away from the bench. I might give out something later on him, but I'm going to stay away from the bench for Milwaukee on the road. It's just the same way I did with Phoenix's bench outside of Cam Johnson last game. You know what I mean? It's too volatile for me. Pat's played well in this series, though. He's been very good in this series.
All right, so then let's get back to some of the plays that you have, because we kind of just talked through points. Or do you not have any rebounds or assist props?
I like Giroux's assist. I like the over 7.5 at minus 134. Slightly juiced, but I like it. And I'm also going to go back to Giannis over 5.5. I think what we're seeing is Giannis he's been better as a decision maker when he has the ball. And, they're depending on Middleton to be a scorer. They're letting him be the guy that he is, right? Just go get buckets. Everything else, they'll take care of everything else. Just go get us buckets. And so, I think I like the 5.5. I like that number for Giannis, simply because you're seeing it when he's getting double teamed. He's kicking the rock. He's getting it out. He's doing a good job of that now, and he's gotten better as a player doing that. His IQ is definitely improved, and I'm a complete asshole for saying that he's not skilled, but it is what it is. I also forgot This is also I completely forgot he's only 26 years old. Jesus. You know what I mean? Over 7.5. But listen, you know the reason why Giroux's shots aren't falling, bro? Because he's expending a lot of fucking energy on the defensive end. That is my excuse. Like, he's given 110% on the defensive end. And yeah, so I owe Giannis an apology. Rex, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Because you like froze. Like, you know what I mean? But that's the thing. Giroux scoring, like, yeah, I would love to see him get 20 points, bro. But when he's guarding Booker, then Paul, then Booker, like, it's like, bro, it's like, what else do you want from the guy? You know what I mean? It's difficult. And let's just think about it. Like, if his shot's falling and he's giving you elite defense, there's nothing you can do with them. Nothing. Suns -4 over 2.8. I'm not giving out a spread bet. I'm not going to do that to you guys because I don't want y'all to come back tomorrow telling me I was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, on Twitter,
you nailed it right there. So before we transition into something else, Sosa, I saw this the other day. Booker and Middleton in Game 4 both dropped 40. In the NBA Finals, when was the last time two players dropped 40 against each other? Not on the same team.
Oh. Dropped 40.
It was a while ago. People in the comments, you guys can guess as well. We'll try to do this real quick.
Is this when Kobe did something?
Your teams are right, though, but it wasn't Kobe.
Shaq and Chris Webber.
Who you? Got it.
Let's fucking go. Easy. Let's fucking
AI and Shaq in 2001, they both dropped 40 in the same game. And then before that, it was Jordan and Barkley. It's only happened 3 times.
Jesus Christ. Barkley?
That's why I froze. I was getting my stats ready to make sure I didn't
you were on fucking, you went on Google. You did.
All right, so I got to play on a quarter in this one, or do you have any props left? Rebounds?
That's all I got as far as the Bucks Suns. No winner for you. No first half. No first quarter. I have nothing.
All right, let's talk first quarter. It's where I love to live. I mean, the Suns money line is at -150 for the first quarter. You can lay 1.5 at -110. That's the way I'm going with it. Seems way too chalky. Seems way too easy. But there's no way Chris Paul's like adrenaline shot, his cortisone shot, whatever he's got in that wrist, they're going to come out that first quarter. They're going to smack him there. What happens for the rest of the game is to be determined. But definitely first quarter Suns -1.5, -110.
Let's get it. I'm rolling with it. So Bubba Chuck, right? I'm glad you Bubba Chuck was a hell of a rapper, man. Let me tell you, he got some of the wildest bars ever. If you guys ever get a chance to listen to Allen Iverson, that's his rap name, Bubba Chuck.
That was when what was the GM's name that was so pissed that he put it out too?
Billy King.
Yeah.
Was it Billy King?
We got first half -2. You could go that route as well. I just think first quarter, the Bucks quarter, and Sosa's been saying this, is the second quarter of the series. The Bucks have dominated the second. It's been more at home, but that's right.
Particularly because Sarge is gone. Sarge has been such a key contributor to how they run the offense from the bench, that eliminating him, it hurts. Like the casual basketball fan does not understand the importance of a guy like Sarge. Sarge can handle the ball. He can shoot the three. He's a great free throw shooter, can pass the ball, consummate pro.
Not a scrub in the paint either, which is the biggest thing they're missing.
And he gives you energy and effort and physicality to some extent on defense. Losing that is huge. It's huge. So especially when you're a team that's built on depth, right? Because every single other round, they had better depth than the other team. Now they're playing 7 guys. So
total-wise, we nailed the total of that the last game. Got no feeling it. I think this is a game you bet live for total-wise. And if I saw we had one person write in on the over, I didn't see anyone else really talk about the total here.
So yeah, somebody said that they said Suns in the over. I'm not gonna encourage anyone to bet the spread yet until I get a
Yeah, I
little more.
saw, and then Mr. Fam First, he also said, I mean, if you like that angle, I can't doubt you there. It's just that there's going to be a clutch game. A lot of the last quarter, I think, could go one way where we're staying off it. Any other MLB or NBA? Do you want to wrap up what we have real quick for play wise to help everyone else?
Yeah, we could do that.
So I got the first quarter minus 1.5, minus 110. What props do you got? Then I'll let you know the rest of mine.
Giannis over 33.5 points at minus 102. Now it's at minus 102 on the book. Mikal Bridges over 10.5 at minus 108. Cam Johnson over 9.5 at minus 106. I like Campaign's number, but that's not an official play for me. That's more of a lean at seven over 7.5. It's not an official play. Cameron Johnson over 9.5 is. Rebounds. The rebound prop that I like for the night is Chris Middleton over 6.5 at minus 130. Jrue Holiday's assist at over 7.5 minus 134. And then I like Mikal Bridges threes. Trying to think, did I miss anything?
No, Mikal Bridges threes is the way. I'm just sticking away from Bridges points in this one, and I'm just strictly going with the threes over 1.5. I got that at minus 130 on my book.
His threes are at minus 138.
I got it at minus 130, so yeah, definitely shop around. And then the Cam Johnson threes was the only other one that we potentially missed, over 1.5, minus 125.
Yep, that's it. Official. Those are it.
I forget. I think Dan asked for us to recap. Hopefully you're there. Hope that helped everyone else. Have your notepad down. Let's get to what really everybody came here for.
The MLS.
You know I'm rocking it. Might be the top jersey.
This is why you should
come
tune in right here. This is why y'all should tune into the show. Rex said he got 3 official plays. You're going to bet them all, and we're going to be in the winner's circle by the end of the night.
So we got a lot of good storylines. You still got the Gold Cup, so be watching those rosters. There's an easy one at first. It's the 5 p.m. start here. You can attack this 2 different ways. Fade Atlanta United. They are at home. Josef Martinez, probably the top goal scorer in the MLS, the top all-around player, someone you build an entire team around, has stopped training with the squad. He just doesn't like the coach because the coach is a dickhead. Jim Curran doesn't like him, so I don't like him. But they don't have Guzan there. Their entire defense is missing. You can take the Revolution on the money line at plus 105. That is one option that you can have there. The other way you could attack this game is the Revolution over 1.5 at minus 125. So that's their team total. I just think the Revs with Gil or Heel, it's Gil, but it's Spanish. So I always call him Gil. It's Heel and Bo up top with Busa up top as well. They're just going to have way too much going. Sure, they do have Knighton in goal since Turner is with the USA team, but the Revolution, they're probably the top team in the East, no questions asked. This Atlanta team is in complete disarray. If there's Josef, if Josef drama is going on right now, that club is in a bad spot. So sure, you're taking a road team right at plus money right there if you're going the money line. Either of those 2 ways work for me. I'm personally on both of them. So I technically have 4 plays since I'm doubling up there.
Awesome. Let's go. Let's roll with it. There we go.
All right.
MLS.
So I will be going to the Union DC United game tonight. So I will be missing a little bit of game 5. So don't hate me for that. Sorry, I'm a season ticket holder. Won't have a play in it just because I'm going to be there. But the Union win to 0 or the Union money line. Tiny little bit biased there. But in the last 9 games against DC United in the MLS, the Union are 8-0-1. So they have yet to lose in them in their last 9 games against DC United. They're at home. Blake is killing it for Jamaica right now in the Gold Cup. So you saw we have our 3rd string goalie in tonight. That's the only reason why I'm not. That's the reason why the Union are at plus money at home. So if you want to still touch it, go for it. I'm just personally staying away since I'll be there and very invested in it that way.
Okay.
Probably the play that has pained me the most to have ever give out on this show. We're taking the New Jersey Pink Pigs, Pink Bulls, whatever you want to call them, over 1.5 team total, minus 130. They're hosting Inter Miami. No other club other than Atlanta is in a worse spot than Miami is. They tried to break the rules. They still can't do it. They have Matuidi and Gonzalo Higuain, and they're getting smoked. They just can't stop conceding goals, and there's no help. There's no sign on that defense. The Red Bulls have Fabio and Kamala up top, two solid guys that have been going there. Caceres Jr. is back from the Copa America. So that's just where the Red Bulls money line's minus 180. Even with how bad Miami, I will never trust that team to win a game. So the over 1.5 is an easy angle there. Yeah, Mel, we the Union and the Red Bulls, that's like the top thing. So they call them the Pink Cows, the Pink Pigs, it's whatever it is. And you always got to call them from Jersey. Man, I forget who commented. Riley commented that Toronto's back at home. You know I love this Orlando team, but with no Daryl DK in the squad, we're not touching them there. The last play of the day is you have a decent amount of options for this one, but do we want to go with an over here? I think we want an over for the day. I mean, it's been the theme of it so far. This one is probably, of my 3 plays, the one that I have the least amount of confidence in. The first 3 that I gave out is the most. The Crew, the New York City FC. I just think we see over 2.5 goals here at minus 120. I think I'm overthinking it a little bit, but Zelarayan, he is playing in the striker spot now since Zardes is with the U.S. men's national team. And we saw Zelarayan hit a nice strike last season, might be the goal of the MLS season or in the top ones for there. NYCFC has Medina, Castellanos. They have plenty of guys, Andrade, up top to go at it. The Crew's defense and their goalie is also out for here. So that's where you see NYCFC as road favorites. But I just think the over 2.5 is an easy way to go here. Both teams to score is another way you can go with it, but that's more juice. So I'll just stick with the over 2.5. Yes, you're correct. I fade Atlanta, take the Revs team total or their money line. I mean, you can take their pick as well, but that's going to be like a minus 140. So any of those 3 options I wouldn't hate. I'm personally on the money line and the team total over. And as usual, check your lineups. Like Chicharito could be playing tonight. He could not be playing. And if Chicharito's playing, I would definitely be on him to be an anytime goal scorer, first goal scorer against the Galaxy, but he hasn't been in the lineup recently. He's slated to come back. So you can even take the Galaxy money line there. But that's a fucking like 10:30 or 11 o'clock start. So check your lineups for that one.
Late chase match.
Well, we hit unfortunately, there's no huge dog out here that's calling my name this weekend. I mean, the Chicago Fire would be, if I had to like throw a dart at the board, that's the one I would go. Yeah, your spread's minus 1.5, which is the same as the money line.
He says minus half.
Yeah, that's minus 0.5 is a money line in soccer for the spread.
I see why you're here.
Yes, Nick Sorter. We are on the honest assist.
Yes, sir.
Well, fellas, that was a great show. The comments were rolling. They're on fire today. Hit us up with any last ones, any last thoughts. We'll milk it out for a little bit longer since we're just about to hit the 40-minute mark, Sosa. I know you got a busy Saturday night. I got a busy Saturday night. But we'll just be cashing tickets while having fun. That's the easiest way to put it.
That's a fact, man. Man, should be a great evening. Let's get to this money, man. I'm excited for the NBA Finals. I hope we get a good game. And real quick, say who you guys got tonight in the comments. Who do you got winning the NBA game? Who did you go with? Who are you guys rolling with to win tonight? before you bounce, just tell us who you're rolling with to win tonight.
And then as we get them rolling in, keep them rolling real quick. Make sure you go to Sosa's Twitter page, make a prediction for the Nationals Padres game, a chance to win $50. Make sure you subscribe, like us on YouTube. We really appreciate it. We're trying to grow that channel as much. Live on Twitch as well. So we got Suns 1, Suns 2, Suns first half, first Bucks, another Suns. Bro, we have $1 every single $2 now, $3.
Hey man, I love this shit. Okay, all right. Dodgers.
And then we got Dodgers.
Smart man. Good call. Jays, good call. Jays team total. Don't bet them to win now. I didn't tell you to do that. Didn't say that. No. So
Bucks it is what Smo's saying because everyone's mushing it. Until tomorrow, we'll figure out what we're doing tomorrow since we're both going to be out tonight. We'll figure it out. But until then, deuces.
Peace.